We welcome you back inside the Fairmont Senior Fieldhouse, the old armory here in the Friendly City, and we are getting set for game number 2 of the 2019 Polar Bear Tip-Off Classic on Video Productions, along with two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin, and our great Video Productions crew. I'm Mark Martin, delighted you could be with us. We saw Wheeling Central knock off Robert C. Byrd in our first game here, and now Bob Bolin. We have a showdown between Fairmont Senior and Shady Spring. Fairmont Senior, a program that has been to the Class AA State Championship of West Virginia 5 consecutive years. They're going to try to make it 6. It's a whole different team, and they're going to go up against a Shady Spring team that has a lot of promise as we get set for this 2019-20 campaign to unfold.
Well, I'll tell you what, it may be time for changing of the guards, but Dave Redden, he will not stand by idly, and he won't say, have excuses about how much he lost last year. This Shady Spring team is loaded. They have transfer Luke LaRose from Nicholas County, who led the state in scoring last year, and Tommy Williams is an all-state caliber player, and it should be interesting.
Yeah, it's a Shady Spring team that I think had plenty of promise prior to LaRose's arrival, and then once he joined the ranks of this team, that just upped the ante a little bit, didn't it?
Oh, it definitely did. I mean, just call it like it is. They are a state championship contender this year.
Dave Retton is the head coach of Fairmont Senior. He is in his 23rd season. Of course, he is the son of the late legendary Joe Retton, who coached many, many games in this building. And Dave Retton saw a lot of those games as a kid.
Oh, he was talking about that earlier today, and such a class act, a great coach. And he's won so many games, except then he'll say that the most important game he's ever had is the one tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Just love his attitude, his work ethic, his intensity. Just a great role model for kids to look up to.
Now let's talk about this Shady Spring program. Ronnie Olson now in his 5th season at the helm, a guy that helped get a team to a state championship game when he was a player at Independence High School. And, you know, this is his program now, and I know he's worked hard, and a lot of excitement. You could tell it in his voice as we talked to him last night.
Oh, there's a lot of excitement in Shady basketball right now. I mean, you get one of the best players, if not the best player in the state, transfers. Yeah, he moved. I mean, it wasn't a thing, let's just go there. And they own a place at Glade Spring, and they moved down there, and Luke is a really talented player, and he knows all these kids. I was actually got to coach them when they were 5th graders and travel around the state, and you know, Ronnie Olson will get after them defensively and make them play, and he's got a chance. He's got 2 9th graders he's bringing in, and this is by far his best chance he's had to reach the state tournament and make some noise in the state tournament.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the kids other than Luke LaRose that they have, and obviously you mentioned young players, but it really all starts with this team, young man by the name of Tommy Williams.
Oh, he can play 6'3" point guard. He's committed to Glenville State. Very unselfish player. Can shoot the 3, gets to the basket. Just a really solid player. I believe was 2nd team All-State last year, and definitely one of the leaders in the state this season.
Well, it's a team that is the family of basketball at Shady Spring. 2 sets of twins, and you also have first cousins. Grayson Shepard and Williams are first cousins, and then 2 sets of twins. There's a senior group, and there is a freshman group, and they're all from the same family.
Well, those Chapman kids make up a third of the Shady team this year, and I'll tell you, the older twins, Haven and Dane, are inside players, tough, hard-nosed, both great football players this year. And the little ones, the 9th graders, they're going to be something. Freshmen, I believe one of them, Braden, will start tonight, and Cole will be the 6th man. And, I mean, they've played against LeBron James' son. Their dads had them playing all over the country since they were in kindergarten, and they're really solid players. But now this is their first high school game, so you never know how they're going to react. But that's 2. Braden Chapman and Cole Chapman are 2 names you're going to hear in this state for the next 4 years.
All right, and teams getting set to meet up here. Fairmont Senior and Shady Spring. in Game 2 of the 2019 Polar Bear Tip-Off Classic, and we've got the tip-off coming your way in a moment here on Video Productions.
As Fairmont Senior takes on Shady.
No reason you gotta wait till the end of the year to buy a brand new car. John and the gang at Mid-State Ford in Summersville is getting year-end savings done right now. Check out Big Santa John savings on this 2019 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4-wheel drive. Big Santa John price only $40,767. Or how about a 2019 Ford EcoSport SE 4-wheel drive? Big Santa John says drive her on for $18,704. Everything on sale now during Big Santa John's year-end sales event. Mid-State Ford, Route 19 in Summersville. MidStateFordWV.com.
Seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well-known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
Bridgeport Express Care. Great care from local physician. Care. Our business is caring. Convenience. No appointment necessary. Friendly. Our staff is friendly and caring. Fast. We are available. Bridgeport Express Care. Caring for our community.
We have a lot of good soccer players that step up when we need them to and play certain positions, even if that's where they don't think they need to play. When you put all our roles together, we can be successful. My reason why is passion.
And number 12, Jalen Johnson.
We are back inside the Fairmont Senior Fieldhouse, getting set for basketball action between Fairmont Senior and Shady Spring, Game 2 of the 2019 Polar Bear Tip-Off Classic, along with Bob Bolin and our great video productions crew. I'm Mark Martin. Delighted you could be with us. Luke LaRose, Grayson Shepard, Eric Bevel, Tommy Williams, and Braden Chapman. We'll start it out for Shady Spring. Dominique Vianney, Joseph Urim, Bryson Flowers, Trey Washnitz, and Jalen Johnson will start it out for Fairmont Senior. Ron Whiting, Alex Norris, and Tony Thornton are the officials for this basketball game here tonight. Bob, I think we are ready to go. Again, it was Wheeling Central knocking off Robert C. Byrd in the first game, 72-59, and now we get a chance to witness another season opener for a couple of teams.
Yes, sir. Both teams excited to get started.
Well, the opening tip, the ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Shady Spring ball.
Fairmont starting out in a quarter court man-to-man.
Luke LaRose handing it off to Grayson Shepard.
Shady Spring running a little wing with those good guard play.
And wow, just like that, Grayson Shepard knocks down the shot, two-year starter.
Work him! We got help! Work him, Tommy!
And there's a steal right out of the gate by Tommy Williams. And here is Williams from the corner. His shot won't go. Boxing out there for Fairmont Senior. Washnitz and Washnitz got that rebound, and he has the basketball between the circles. Washnitz in trouble. Gets it back to Vianney.
Fairmont being very patient with the ball here. Spread offense.
And a hounding defense right now by Shady Spring. Washington gets it over to Jalen Johnson. And now back out it goes to Bryson Flowers. Well, Dave Retton said, you know, we've been scoring 75 to 85 a game the last few years. Now we may win games in the 30s and 40s.
And he really wants to lay the game, stall the ball. And Shady is spending a lot of energy on defense. When they realize that Fairmont, that's what Fairmont's doing, they'll probably want to go double team the basketball or do some of that.
And we're going to have a whistle and a foul called. So the foul will go against Braden Chapman, his first team foul number 1.
There's that opening play. Grayson Shepard, feet set, nice delivery of the ball, knocked the 3 down.
They trigger it in and get it into the hands of Johnson. Well, Johnson, the top returning scorer, and he has the first bucket of the game and of the season. And here is LaRose firing and can't get it to drop. And Dave Retton says just slow down here. Flowers across the timeline.
Dave Retton really wanted to slow the ball down. Referee's letting a lot of hand checking go on there.
Shady Spring coming up with the basketball. LaRose dashes across the timeline. They get it inside, and nice play there by Bevel. Outstanding football player, and Bevel scores second bucket of the game for Shady Spring. Across the timeline, with it comes Washington's. And taken away by Shady Spring, Braden Chapman, and a foul going to be called. Foul going to go against Bryson Flowers, his first team foul number 1 on Fairmont Senior.
Braden Chapman, 9th grader, attacking the basket. The charge was taken on the shoulder, so therefore easy blocking call, the correct call by the official.
At the line, Braden Chapman, and he will miss the first attempt. Another one coming with Shady Spring on top early on here, 5-2. Knocks down the second shot, Braden Chapman, just a freshman. Had 40 in a summer league game. I know that's summer league, but still 40's 40, right, Bob Bowling?
Oh, I tell you what, 40 for somebody that young. Fairmont again trying to slow it down. Shady Spring with really good ball pressure.
Vianney into the corner to Washington.
The referee's letting a lot of contact go on.
Yeah, we're going to have a foul called.
Johnson with a strong drive to the basket.
So we're going to have a timeout called by Shady Spring, and we'll break away here. It's an early 6-2 lead for the Tigers over Fairmont Senior.
Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
Shady Spring on top of Fairmont Senior 6-2. 2 team fouls against the Tigers. To the line, it will go Jalen Johnson. Last season, Johnson averaged 10, 5.2 rebounds, nearly 2 steals a game. And, of course, Coach Retton going to rely on this young man for a lot of leadership this season, Bob.
Oh, he made a great, strong move to the basket. You know, last year he was out there with 4 college players. This year a little different situation, but he has to be the leader, and he has to step up to the plate. He hits both free throws. He has all 4 points for the Polar Bears right now.
6-4 the count. LaRose fires it down to Grayson Shepard. Tommy Williams with the basketball out front. Williams, bouncer to Shepard. Braden Chapman cut off there, and here's a shot from the corner that won't drop for Williams. And a whistle and a foul on Nicholas County.
Foul there on Eric Bevel for Shady Spring on the back, not over the back, on the back call.
That's his first, team foul number 3. Up off the bench, Cole Chapman for Shady Spring. Nice pass there by Washnitz. Getting it back to Urim, and now backing out with it is Bryson Flowers. Johnson dribbled it off his foot, but over into the corner there, and Vianney got it. Boy, that was a three-pointer that looked good, but just unable to drop for Urim. Battle for the basketball. Johnson tied up with a couple of Tigers, and
it'll be Fairmont ball.
Yeah, Fairmont's ball. So into the game is Cole Chapman, and checking out will be Grayson Shepard.
Nice crumble for the ball. Everybody diving, playing hard and clean.
Vianney gets it over to Urim. Urim with the basketball. Now Vianney has it again, picked up there by Cole Chapman.
These referees are really letting a lot of hand checking going outside that line, but they're doing both ends. But they're calling it close when you go to the basket.
Well, how about Johnson exploding to the basket and drawing the foul?
And Johnson, very quick to the basket, strong leaper. Nice, strong finish.
So Bevel going to head out, and 14th foul on Shady Spring.
Haven Chapman and Cole Chapman in the game. Now you have 3 Chapmans. You can say Chapman passes to Chapman inside to Chapman.
And knocking down the free throw. So Johnson gives Fairmont Senior the lead at 7-6.
Wow, Fairmont showing a little zone defense here. No, I'm sorry. It's just a really sloughing off, stopping, driving lanes man-to-man.
Cole Chapman now front of the corner. The shot is good. Braden Chapman delivers.
One freshman to the other freshman, knocks down the 3.
Second three-pointer of the game for Shady Spring, and the Tigers go back on top 9-7. Johnson guarded there, and good job there by Shady Spring on the hustle. Johnson got it back, but then the rebound snagged by Tommy Williams. Williams over to LaRose. LaRose will fire his shot off the mark. Rebound, Washinitz. Shot up and good by Bryson Flowers.
Bryson Flowers with a nice high arching kiss off the glass. Going to the free throw line for M1. Got a replay of that one. Look at him. Beats the defender. The help's late and knocks the bottom out. Beautiful move.
Gary Hazuka has checked in, 5'10 senior. Wears number 3. And the shot is up, and it is good by Flowers. 10-9. Fairmont back on top. You go back to that Washinitz rebound. They got things going there, and now here is Williams with it. Over he goes to Braden Chapman. Chapman driving in.
Hit him in the head.
Washinitz with the rebound.
That's a set call. Hit him in his head. Call.
Across the timeline comes Jalen Johnson. Washinitz loses the basketball. Braden Chapman. Williams will walk it across the timeline. 1:50 to go, first quarter. Tight game at 10-9. Fairmont Senior in the lead. On the move, Williams. Working around now, and the shot from the outside. Beautiful three-pointer by Braden Chapman. His second. He's got 7 in the game.
Doesn't look like a freshman out there.
And boy, great anticipation there, and the steal. Good job by Haven Chapman, and the shot up by Tommy Williams won't go. Haven Chapman, a bump there, and foul going to be called on Haven Chapman.
And here's a replay of that three. Braden Chapman 4 feet behind the line, and the lefty with the BEEF acronym: balance, eyes, elbow, and follow through.
So 16 fouls now on Shady Spring. Johnson picked up by Williams. Johnson getting into the hands of Flowers. Flowers guarded by LaRose. Flowers in trouble and gets it to Vianney. Flowers.
Reach-in foul on LaRose. That'll be the 17th foul. And Shady they're playing very aggressively on defense. They're going to have to stop hand checking if the referees are going to call it. And that's not a bad thing to do. You try to see what you can get away with. And if the referees aren't going to call it, you keep playing that way. Well, the refs just so they're going to call that hand checking, so they have to pull their hands off and not do it.
Todd Duncan's checked in, number 5. And Duncan replaces LaRose, who goes out with 2 fouls. Team foul number 7 on Nicholas County at the free throw line. Flowers, he has 4. He has 5.
Flowers with a really solid first quarter here. Knotted up at 12.
Yeah, they have 2 players with 6 points each, Flowers and Johnson. They are a perfect 6 for 6 at the line. Here's Flowers with a steal. Goes to Johnson as we speak of those 2 young men. And Johnson and Flowers hooking up there, 14-12. Johnson with 8 in the game.
Johnson, strong finisher out in the open court. Todd Duncan, number 5 for Shady, can really shoot the three-pointer.
And the golfer of the year, state champion golfer. Yeah, he'll let it fly. Won't get it to go. Rebound, Haven Chapman. Chapman gets it to Braden Chapman. They'll work it around. Time running out, and Williams lets it fly, and it goes out of bounds. 0.1 here in this first quarter.
And 1/10 of a second, you can't do anything but tip it in. We'll just throw it in here, and the quarter will end.
Yeah, that will do it. Good one. And Fairmont Senior leads Shady Spring 14-12. We return to the Fairmont Senior Fieldhouse in a moment for second half action. You're watching the 2019 Polar Bear Tip-Off Classic on Video Productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
Back inside the Fairmont Senior Fieldhouse here in the friendly city, Fairmont, West Virginia. We move to the second quarter in this showdown between Fairmont Senior and Shady Spring. Fairmont Senior on top 14-12. Thoughts from you, Bob Boland, on that first quarter?
Very competitive quarter. I know Fairmont had talked about really holding the ball, but Shady's ball pressures kind of force them into playing, and Fairmont's playing well. Shady missed a couple shots early. I think the jitters will come out, and both teams are going to play well.
There's Luke LaRose. He's going to rifle it up, and it won't go. Washenitz with the rebound. Johnson had 8 of Fairmont Senior's 14 points in that first quarter. He has the basketball and goes to Flowers, who had the other 6. Braden Chapman had 7 for Shady Spring in that first quarter play. The freshman knocked down a couple of big threes. And Grayson Shepard had a 3. Bevel had a 2-pointer. Shot from the corner. Washington's missed the shot. Ball is loose. Washington's and Johnson both go down. Flowers was there to retrieve the ball. Splits a couple of defenders and tucks it and goes up with it. Ball goes out of bounds.
Now the last OB, remember, they got the ball inside to Jalen Johnson for an easy one. Now they have him lined up at the elbow. Let's see what they try to run for Johnson down low.
Washington's throws it right into the hands of Braden Chapman. Chapman comes down, and boy, he darts to the bucket.
Boy, that is a freshman with his 8th point of the contest and going to the line with the chance at the and one. We go look at the replay. Steal, Euro step, strong move. Young fella knows how to play, Mark.
So up to the line and can't get that free throw to go through. So 9 in the game, and we're tied at 14.
So yeah, a lot of contact going on out there on the dribbler.
Flowers bouncing it to Vianney. Here's Urim. Urim will pull up in the lane and just a little short there. Shady with the ball. LaRose. No look pass over into the corner. Wide open for the shot is Braden Chapman, but could not get it to go through. Fairmont back on the attack offensively. Flowers goes to Urim. Shot in the corner, no good by Vianney. Vianney can really shoot it. Quick release there. Here's Williams fighting, and he couldn't get it to go through. And keeping that one alive, Jaden Barkley, number 10, who's checked in. He's a 6'4" sophomore. Here's Johnson, kicks it out. Vianney sets, fires, in and out.
Great job by Johnson getting his teammate open shots.
Vianney's grandfather is Frank Scubas, who's one of Dave Retton's assistant coaches, and Braden Chapman couldn't get the shot to go, but keeps things alive. Here's Williams to Chapman. They'll whip it around. Williams is open. That had a good look. Couldn't get it to go. Johnson fights for the basketball. Grayson Shepard got it. Grayson Shepard scores, and then a foul is called.
Good job by Shepard, able to get the rebound, take it up strong. Let's see here. Got the rebound, had good inside position, pivot around, able to score in the group, around a group of Polar Bears.
Jacob Gamalak is into the game, number 1 for Fairmont Senior. We got Barkley, Gamalak, Washington, Johnson, and Flowers. And for Shady Spring, they work with LaRose, Bevel.
Well, I'll tell you, the
Shepard.
way this game is being officiated is really in Shady's favor. They're letting a lot of arm bars go outside the 3, and Shady's definitely taking advantage of how the game is being called right now. They're letting
Chapman.
a lot of contact go on out there on the dribbler. But Fairmont on the other end is playing a real slouching off man, and
Cole Chapman and Braden Chapman also in there for Nicholas County. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Nicholas.
Shady Shady Spring with LaRose now moving to the point and Williams moving to the wing.
And Shady Spring with LaRose bringing it across the timeline. LaRose led the state in scoring a year ago. Nicholas, and now that gold and blue of Shady, and driving and looking for his first bucket as a Tiger.
Nice strong move by LaRose, able to draw the foul.
Back up off the bench for Shady Spring is Haven Chapman.
There's LaRose with a quick first step, able to beat the defender. The help comes, and LaRose took it up strong.
So Luke LaRose, well, what a season he had a year ago, Bob Bolin. Just could not get it to drop there.
Oh, I'm sure there's a little nerves. First game with a new team, new surroundings. Got to be a little nerves going on.
And this one will drop through, so Luke LaRose gets his first point of his senior season for Shady Spring. Kamalak loses it, and driving and rolling around and going through Williams. Tommy Williams with his first bucket of the game, and a foul's called.
Williams with the good quick hands on defense, able to get the steal. Good quick hands. Now the drive to the basket, and the defender to take the charge, and the blocking foul was called.
So Williams.
Haven, you got it. Hey. No
Discussion at the scorer's table as Williams.
They're discussing who the foul was on. We have a replay of that. We can tell who the foul's on. I don't know if I've ever helped the Zebras out, but we could help them out on that one.
Well, I'm not sure, but she may have said it was on 4.
It was
but
on
there
number
is no
3.
4.
It's on number 3. Number 3, the blocking foul.
Okay, I want to get the score right on the scoreboard.
What do you have, Mark?
Yeah. 19-14. The scoreboard said 21-14. So Williams with a 3-point play there for Shady.
Yeah, nice job on the defensive end by Williams.
The gold and blue of Shady Spring against the blue and white of Fairmont Senior, and a tough pass there that Johnson just could not retrieve, but then right back comes Dominique Vianney with the ball and gets it down to Johnson. Johnson will score and is fouled.
Johnson strong to the basket for the and-one. Great defense by Shady on the other end, getting a steal, but then Fairmont able to steal it right back, and then a strong and-one move by Johnson, cuts it back down to 4.
Joseph Urim back in for Fairmont Senior. Haven Chapman committing the foul. Team foul number 8 on the Shady Spring Tigers, located in Raleigh County. Johnson up, and that one would not go through. You talked about that loose basket in the first game. Here's Luke LaRose for Shady Spring, driving and up with a shot. Tough shot, couldn't go. Washington's with it, and a tough pass there. Vianney tried to bounce it to Jaden Barkley, and the ball goes out of bounds.
I thought that was a deflection by Tommy Williams, but
going to be Shady Spring ball. I like these uniforms of both teams. Shady Spring with the big Shady across the front, Tigers on the back. Williams right down the middle of the lane, and the little runner goes.
So smooth. He takes his time, never gets in a hurry. Nice little runner by Williams. Gives Shady a 6-point lead.
Yeah, biggest lead of the game. Washington's nearly lost it there. Johnson has it. Vianney feeding down on the baseline, and Washington's shot wouldn't go.
Yeah, that little 10-footer on the baseline is a hard shot.
Well, this is going to be a big bucket if it goes. It would not, but boy, what a rebound there. And here's Williams. Now, two good-looking three-pointers. Looked like both were going in, but just would not fall for Shady Spring. Fairmont senior on the attack, and a steal by Luke LaRose for Shady Spring. The bouncer, beautiful feed by LaRose, and Chapman will score it, and Shady goes on top 24-16 with 2:11 to go.
Very unselfish play by LaRose. Braden Chapman running the floor, getting the bucket in transition.
Well, again, Fairmont senior battling here with this very talented Shady Spring team, and right now Shady Spring has built itself an 8-point advantage. Coach Ronnie Olson down to our right, talking with his crew.
Say what, Shady able to get out into transition and use their athleticism and get an easy basket. Great unselfish pass by LaRose to Braden Chapman. That puts the freshman in double figures, doesn't it, Mark?
Yep.
Puts him in double figures in his first game ever. Just playing very aggressively. Not looking like a freshman.
7 points in the first quarter and 4 more here in this second. So what Dave Retton tell his crew there in that timeout?
Well, Dave Retton really wanted to take the air out of the ball, as he told us before the game. And Shady's ball pressure has really stopped them from being able to do that. And, they really want to be deliberate, but when you're being hounded ball pressure like they are, you have to attack.
And speak of the young freshman, Chapman gets the steal there, back to Williams, and Williams, little up and under.
Acrobatic move with the left-handed finish by Tommy Williams.
Tommy Williams has 7 for Shady Spring as they build up a double-digit lead here.
Oh, look at this finish by Williams. Hanging in there. Nice kiss off the glass with the left hand.
Foul called, and that will put Joseph Urim at the line. Made varsity as a freshman last year and adjusting well. Up with the free throw and couldn't get it to go. So right now, Bob Bolin, only 2 players have scored for this Fairmont senior team. And for Shady Spring, what work there by Bevel down low.
Eric Bevel able to get the position for the rebound. Nice, strong stick back.
And great inside presence for Shady Spring. They now lead at 28-16. And Washinitz is called for the offensive foul. That will be his first.
The Fairmont fans do not like that call right there.
Up off the bench. Ramalak for Fairmont senior. Shady Spring with the ball. Bazooka is back into the game for Shady Spring. Where's number 3? Under a minute to go here.
I think Coach Olson would like to get the last shot of this half with a 12-point lead.
There's Williams. Guarded there by Urim. Bazooka. It's a back out to Williams. Williams gives way to Shepard. Shepard scored the first bucket of the game. Here's LaRose. LaRose has a free throw in the game thus far. Bevel.
Well, they're letting that hand checking go on both ends of the floor.
And Ronnie Olson wants to call a timeout.
There, Shady was very aggressive on LaRose there with the arm bar. And
so timeout here. (28-16).
Yeah, Shady went on that run here in the last 4 minutes and able to break the game open. And we know we both talked to the coaches before the game, and Coach Redden really wanted to take the air out of the ball, but the ball pressure from Shady Springs, and not ball pressure by doubling. They've just been really pressuring the ball. Their defensive style has kind of changed Coach Redden's plan. I still think he wants to be deliberate, but now Shady is so aggressive on defense, on the defensive side of the ball, that they have to try to score and take it to the basket.
All right, so we'll see what Coach Olson brings back out on the floor. I believe Chapman, Braden Chapman is back in. Cole Chapman is in. Eric Bevel is in for Shady Spring. LaRose and Williams. Vianney, Urim.
Look for Shady to spread the floor. Got 4 guards, really good ball handlers. They're spreading it all 5 now. Look at the coaching change. Coach Redden went to a zone. He went back to a zone on the change. 10 seconds on the shot. Let's see what happens here.
And LaRose with the ball. Gets over to Williams. Back to LaRose. LaRose penetrates. LaRose tied up. And the possession arrow will belong to Fairmont Senior.
And that's Fairmont getting punished because now they only have 2 seconds and Shady gets the ball to start the second half. So not a good trade there for Fairmont Senior. It's almost like a turnover.
Here's a pass. Bevel gets in front of it, lets it fly, and off the mark. But it is Shady Spring with a 28-16 advantage here at the break over homestanding Fairmont Senior in the 2019 Polar Bear Tip-Off Classic. And we return to the Fairmont Senior Fieldhouse in a moment. Shady Spring on top by 12. You're watching coverage of this great event on Video Productions.
No reason you gotta wait till the end of the year to buy a brand new car. Big John and the gang at Mid-State Ford in Summersville is getting year-end savings done right now. Check out Big Santa John savings on this 2019 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4-wheel drive. Big Santa John price only $40,767. Or how about a 2019 Ford EcoSport SE 4-wheel drive? Big Santa John says drive her home for $18,704. Everything on sale now during Big Santa John's year-end sales eve at Mid-State Ford. Route 19 in Summersville. MidStateFordWV.com.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again.
Now that the world keeps turning around.
Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
You've been seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well-known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
It is the Shady Spring Tigers on top of the Fairmont Senior Polar Bears, 28-16. Game number 2 of this 2019 Polar Bear Tip-Off Classic inside the Fairmont Senior Fieldhouse. And it is halftime, and Shady Spring building itself up a 12-point cushion here at the break. Head coach Ronnie Olson's team outscoring Fairmont Senior by 16-2 in the second quarter play. It was a 14-12 Fairmont Senior lead at the end of the opening quarter of play. For Shady Spring, leading the way is freshman Braden Chapman, who has 11 points. He hit 2 big threes for Shady Spring in that first quarter, 7 points overall, and then added 4 more points in the second quarter. Tommy Williams had 7 points, all those coming in the second quarter for Shady Spring. He had 3 field goals and a free throw. 5 points scored by Grayson Shepard. He had a 3-pointer to start the game and then added a 2-pointer in the second quarter. And Eric Bevel had 4 points. Bevel with a basket in the first quarter and a basket in the second quarter. And Luke LaRose with a free throw in the second quarter. That is the Shady Spring scoring. Meanwhile, for Fairmont Senior, Jalen Johnson leading the way with 11 points. He had 9 of those in the first quarter. Bryson Flowers has 5 points, all those coming in the first quarter. Johnson just got 1 basket, the lone basket for Fairmont Senior in that second quarter, and that's where we stand here at the break. It's 28-16. Shady Spring on top of Fairmont Senior. Game 2 here of this outstanding 2019 Polar Bear Classic. We will return to the Fairmont Senior Fieldhouse in a moment for second half action between Shady Spring and Fairmont Senior on Video Productions. How you doing?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you, yes, sir. I saw you over there.
No reason you gotta wait till the end of the year to buy a brand new car. John and the gang at Mid-State Ford in Summersville is getting year-end savings done right now. Check out Big Santa John savings on this 2019 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4-wheel drive. Big Santa John price only $40,767. Or how about a 2019 Ford EcoSport SE 4-wheel drive? Big Santa John says drive her on for $18,704. Everything on sale now during Big Santa John's year-end sales eve at Mid-State Ford. Route 19 in Summersville. MidStateFordWV.com.
Seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
Do you pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well-known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
Bridgeport Express Care. Great care from local physician. Care. Our business is caring. Convenience. No appointment necessary. Friendly. Our staff is friendly and caring. Fast. We are available. Bridgeport Express Care. Caring for our community.
We have a lot of good soccer players that step up when we need them to and play certain positions, even if that's where they don't think they need to play. When you put all our roles together, we can be successful. My reason why is passion.
Back inside here at the Polar Bear Tip-Off Classic, and the Fairmont Senior Polar Bears are trailing the Tigers of Shady Spring 28-16. Season opener for both Shady Spring and Fairmont Senior. Shady Spring will play Robert C. Byrd in the first game tomorrow. Wheeling Central will face off with Fairmont Senior. Wheeling Central won earlier tonight over Robert C. Byrd, 72-59. Shady Spring will be the home team tomorrow against Robert C. Byrd. In fact, Central will be the home team against Fairmont Senior tomorrow. Well, Bob Bolin, Shady Spring, a lot of promise before this season ever got started about what this team might have. And, you know, it's a season opener, but right now they lead at 28-16. They trailed 14-12 at the end of the first quarter, but a very strong second quarter of play.
Oh, Shady Springs has a ton of offensive talent. And then on the defensive end, they're really getting after it, pressuring the basketball. The freshman Braden Chapman comes in there and gets 11 points. That's what he had, Mark, 11
yes, he
the
did.
First half, 11 big points. Luke LaRose, you know, being his first game with a different school, and just knowing the kid and what type of kid he is, he really wants to blend in and fit in. So I look for him in the next few games afterwards to take over and go for 30 and do those kinds of things. But you know, a lot of times when you're the new guy in town, you're trying to be accepted. That's a good way to play. And he's playing unselfish basketball, made a strong move to the basket there at the end. But on the side of the Fairmont Polar Bears, you know, they really did a good job of controlling the tempo for a while. But then I think the game is being played in Shady's favor with all the contact going on. And Shady's playing smart basketball. When you're allowed to do it, you do it. And then on the other end, when Fairmont was out pressuring the ball, they didn't call fouls there either. So I think it's two good basketball teams going at it, and we ought to see a good second half here.
And you mentioned Luke LaRose, and again, a season ago, he was the leading scorer in the state playing at Nicholas County High School, and we did some of those games. And remember, Bob, he would have a low point production and then just suddenly explode the next thing you know. He was having 30-point games and, you know, low-scoring affair. But, again, this is a very talented bunch, and there are a lot of guys that can produce points. And now if you're Fairmont Senior, if you're Ronnie Olson, you keep that pressure going, right?
Oh, yeah. You keep it going. If you're Fairmont, you probably are getting in the ref's ears when you're coming out saying, you know, you want to call it a little tighter game. And, you know, Fairmont really needs to stop on the first possession, almost like a football game. They need to stop and get a basket. And, you know, if they can cut it down to 6, then they could get back into their tactic of really holding the basketball. But once it's a 12-point game, they almost have to play Shady style.
All right, and for Shady Spring, well, the teams were out. Not sure.
Excuse me. You usually tell the TV what's going on. What's going on?
We had to remove the fan. She just threatened my life and said she's going to beat my ass all the time.
Oh, we had a fan being removed from the game. The referees came over and gave us the sign that a fan threatened one of the referees, so said they're going to remove him from the premises.
Well, okay. You come to the games and, you know, it's should enjoy the game and not have to leave early if you can conduct yourself in a classy fashion. So for Shady Spring, they are going to start with Braden Chapman. They are going to start with Luke LaRose. Shady Spring will also have Grayson Shepard out there, number 1. Eric Bevel, and also Tommy Williams. Now they bring the teams off again. We'll break away, and we'll return here to the Polar Bear Tip-Off Classic. Shady Spring on top of Fairmont Senior, 28-16 as we get set for the start of the second half.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Did they remove him?
All right, we are back and ready to go here. So
Did they remove him?
Fairmont senior on defense here as we get started against the Tigers of Shady Spring, and a shot is short for Williams. So you have Bryson Flowers, number 3, Trey Washenitz, number 11. Dominique Vianney is number 0. This is Jalen Johnson, has the bulk of the points for Fairmont Senior. And Joseph Urim, number 2, starters for Fairmont Senior. And again, it's for Shady Spring. It's Williams, LaRose, Braden Chapman, Grayson Shepard, and Eric Bevel.
Tommy, 12 get it. 12 get it.
Shot no good by Washenitz. Shot by LaRose won't go. And the rebound yanked away there by Urim. Goes Washenitz driving in and just came up short. And a bucket that Fairmont Senior really needed here against Shady Spring.
Yeah, both teams starting out really cold to start this third quarter.
Braden Chapman wheels around. Now here's LaRose attacking. Rose sending it over to Shepard. And the shot blocked there by Johnson. Now going up and scoring is Williams. Williams has 9 in the game, 30-16.
Great ball movement by Shady, created the driving lane for Williams.
Help.
30-16. 14-point advantage for Shady Spring. Johnson dribbles back out. This is Urim with it. Vianney. Washenitz with his shot. It's short. Here's Flowers up high off the glass. Washenitz couldn't get it to go. Well, just opportunity after opportunity for Fairmont, and they come up empty.
Yeah, just a couple little gimmies there, and Fairmont not able to put it in the basket.
Bryson Flowers sending it in, and here's a shot up and no good. Nice rebound there for Shady Spring by LaRose. LaRose going up, and LaRose a little strong off the glass, and ball going to go the way of Fairmont Senior. Dave Retton wants a timeout. We'll break away. Shady Spring 30 and a Fairmont Senior 16 here in Fairmont.
On the north side and save with the Chevy employee discount for everyone at Northside in Summersville. Find new roads in a 2020 Chevrolet Trax LS all-wheel drive, now $18,999. Save over $6,000 on a new 2019 Chevrolet Camaro LT, now $23,915. Stuff your stockings with the money you'll save on this 2019 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 LT Crew Cab 4x4, now $33,923. Come to Northside or visit us on the web at northsidewv.net. Merry Christmas from Northside, where everybody rides. Find new roads with Chevrolet.
I'm Stevens, and I bounce back with chocolate milk.
A little sluggish here offensively starting out, Bob Boland's second half between Shady Spring and Fairmont Senior.
Yeah, both teams. Only basket thus far is Tommy Williams' little left-handed drive for the layup.
You got that for Shady Spring, giving Shady this lead of 14.
No front, Tommy.
Urim
No, Tommy.
with the ball and dribbles between the circles. Over to Vianney. Urim cut off. Good defense by Shady Spring. And boy, here's a pick by Bevel. Bevel read that beautifully. Here's Williams, a three if it goes, and it does. Shady Spring now opening it up here, leading at 33-16.
Tommy Williams, a very good shooter in transition, had the feet set, knew when it left his hand it was nothing but nets.
He has 12 in the game for Shady Spring, and that was Shady's fourth.
Jalen Johnson stepping out behind the arc, nailing a three.
The first for Fairmont Senior against Shady Spring has 4, 33-19. Johnson has 14. The Fairmont Seniors 19 points, and how about Williams for Shady?
From the parking lot, Tommy Williams 7 feet behind the three, nothing but net.
36-19. Shady Spring answering the Fairmont Senior three-pointer. Johnson again.
Johnson.
He nails it.
Johnson and Johnson, 2 straight threes.
17 in the game, 36-22. Back to a 14-point advantage. But Williams lets it fly, and Williams, he is feeling it.
Fairmont gambled there and had to get into their rotation. Shady did a good job of finding the hot man, Tommy Williams, for the three. There was the double. The double on the post led to all that. Fairmont late in their rotation, and Tommy Williams is not the one you want to leave right now.
All right, so timeout here in this Polar Bear Tip-Off Classic, presented by Video Productions, along with two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin, our great Video Productions crew, Mark Martin. Glad to have you along here, and I tell you what, as we just look early on in this game, in this first encounter of the season, Shady Spring has weapons.
Oh, they have weapons. And I mean, and they're playing defense. They have weapons. They're playing defense. Really strong team. I'd really like to see them play Wheeling Central tomorrow. As good as those guards played, but and Fairmont, it's just a process when you lose as much talent as they had. Figuring out how to play without those guys.
You got a guy at WVU's program, a guy in James Madison's program, a guy at Alderson Broadus.
Yeah, I am. And I'll tell you this, Coach Redden was as excited about coaching this game as I've seen him. So he's going to enjoy helping his team get better. And got a technical foul here on Eric Bevel as he came off the bench and had something to say to the referee.
And he just picked up fouls 3 and 4. Got that technical, and again, you're up 17 points, and you don't want to put them right there at the free throw line and maybe whittle back away. And boy, then when you get this opportunity, Bob Bolin, you got to take advantage.
Oh, you do. And Fairmont had the ball anyway, but the rough thing about a technical foul in high school is the ball changes possession. It's not like that in college. But Fairmont able to get 1 point out of it, and it'll be a learning experience for Eric Bevel to, and then it puts his 4th foul on him, so he may not get back in there tonight.
They are 7 of 9 at the free throw line, that being Fairmont Senior here against Shady Spring.
And the ball goes back to the point of interruption, so Fairmont takes the ball out from underneath.
Flowers looks, gets it into Washenitz. Flowers in trouble. Out it goes to Vianney, and the ball taken away by Shady Spring, and then a foul. Nope, going to be a travel called on Williams, and the ball goes back over to Fairmont Senior after it appeared Shady Spring had come up with a steal.
Yeah, Fairmont again with an OB under, going with a little different alignment up higher this time. Really trying to get the ball to Johnson down low. And Chapman doing a good job of fighting him down there.
Washington's with a nice turnaround there, using the glass, but it wouldn't go through. And here comes Shady Spring on the attack.
Tommy Williams with a hot hand. They have to make somebody else shoot the ball if you're Fairmont. Can't. You got to double Tommy Williams off the steals.
And here is LaRose. His shot wouldn't go. 11 points for Williams. He has all the points for Shady Spring in this second half of action thus far. Shady Spring comes up with another Fairmont Senior miss. And Williams attacks and uses the left hand there. Couldn't get it to go, but Fairmont Senior back to work. Washington will fire from the outside, and it's his first bucket of the game. He's just the third player to score. Here is Williams. Can't get it to go. Rebound there by Cole Chapman. And the basket will count for LaRose as he was fouled on the way to the basket.
Now the referees are talking to see if the foul occurred before or after. And now they changed it to a foul on the ground. Our replay showed that, and I missed it. So Shady will have the ball out under.
Flowers picks up his second foul, team foul number 1. So he raced the basket there for LaRose. Still looking for that first field goal of the night here for Shady Spring. Shady Spring leading at 39-25. Williams has been just absolutely sensational in this third quarter, and it continues.
Yeah, Tommy Williams with that smooth stroke behind the three. That should put him over 20 for the evening.
21 now, 14 here in the third. Johnson attacks through traffic. And Johnson's been a battler tonight, hasn't he?
Boy, he's hit 3-pointers. He's done a lot. As Shady got the ball out quick, got it ahead to Braden Chapman for another basket.
Braden Chapman now with 13. Johnson driving again. This one will be short from the left-hand side. 44-27.
I say he has a great job by Haven Chapman there to keep the ball alive. All teams got to have that garbage man. Got to do the tough things, do all the dirty things. And Haven Chapman did a really good job there getting Shady another possession.
And Shady Spring going back to work here. Luke LaRose, guarded by Johnson, and LaRose attacks, kicks it out, and here is Braden Chapman. This shot won't go. Rebound by Flowers. Down it goes, and Ngomalak scores. And a bucket for Fairmont Senior to end the third, 44-29 as we go to the final 8 minutes of play. Shady Spring in the lead here in game number 2 of the 2019 Polar Bear Tip-Off Classic on Video Productions.
Biggest sale of the year at Northside in Summersville with Employee Pricing Plus at the Big Finish 2019. Save $5,000 on a 2019 Jeep Renegade Sport 4x4, now $19,898. Stuff your stocking with this 2019 Jeep Compass Sport 4x4, now $21,141. Save over $7,000 on this Jeep Cherokee Latitude Plus 4x4, now $23,327. Come to Northside or visit us on the web at northsidejeep.com. Merry Christmas from Northside, where everybody rides.
Bridgeport Express Care. Great care from local physician. Care. Our business is caring. Convenience. No appointment necessary. Friendly. Our staff is friendly and caring. Fast. We are available. Bridgeport Express Care. Caring for our community.
Goalkeeper gives me a responsibility that I wouldn't get anywhere else on the field. Nothing else is important except how you're going to help your team. I'll never get to win a game, but I'll keep us from losing a game. My reason why is competition.
All right, we welcome you back here to the Fairmont Senior Fieldhouse, and it is a 44-29 game.
Yeah, Shady really getting out offensively, still playing hard-nosed defense. Tommy Williams got the hot hand that quarter, and Luke LaRose hasn't had the hot hand tonight, but that's the least of Shady's worries. He knows how to put the ball in the basket. He'll be fine. It's rough being the new kid and doing those things, and he'll be able to get things together and have big scoring nights. Braden Chapman also big-time scorer tonight.
Williams leading the way with 21 for Shady Spring. Braden Chapman has 13. And Johnson has been the big scorer for Fairmont Senior with 19. What they were expecting from this young man. Got to get some help. That'll come.
He's played well. Dave Redden's teams are going to get better. You can just write that down. And, he's going from having the most talent in the state to not. And, not that his kids aren't talented, but he doesn't have 6 or 2 Division I basketball players out there. And you can bet he'll coach him up, and Ronnie Olson doing a good job for Shady too. Team playing really hard-nosed defense.
Whistle and a foul going against Hazuka, his first. Team foul number 4. Shot no good, and Shady Spring on the attack here.
Washington's with an easy one in there. Got to hit those. It's hard enough to get a little 4-footer, and got to make him pay. Get cut into that lead.
Much like our first game, Bob, big difference in this game, 3-pointers.
Yeah, that's the way this game is going, Mark. At all levels, the 3-pointer becomes more valuable. That's how people play now. They spread the floor, a lot of guards, thanks to the Golden State Warriors. And hate to tell you this, but Mountain State was playing like that 20 years ago.
I know you were. I saw it. Saw it with my own eyes. Right, 44-29, Shady Spring in the lead, and they're going to make 3 substitutions when they get a chance. Here is a shot by Washington. It's from straight away.
Washington hits the 17-footer but missed the 3-footer. And that's what kids practice now. Washington has hit that shot twice at the elbow. Looked really good doing it.
Washington's with 4
Look
driving
at that.
and scoring. Wow, how about Williams?
Driving to the right, hanging in the air with the left-handed finish. He can do it all.
46-31. Shady Spring after the Fairmont Senior miss with the basketball. Williams way downtown. That won't go. Washington's with the rebound. He veers across the timeline, just about walked with it. Ronnie Olson certainly one-on-one. Good defense by Shady Spring as Grayson Shepard comes away with the ball. Here comes Shady on the attack. Williams cannot leave him alone, although that one is off target. Johnson will walk it across the timeline for Fairmont Senior. Well, Johnson's a good-looking player. Big size, good size. And
can score inside or outside. That's he's the focal point of their offense. And Shady doing a great job of help defense on him.
Just about loses it. Washington's in trouble working against Bevel. Gets back to Gomelak, and he scored there right at the end of the third. They're down by 15, and here's Flowers. Nice little spin move. They just will not go in and out, and Ronnie Olson wants to call time. We'll break away here with a 15-point Shady Spring lead in Fairmont.
Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations, experience you can count on.
Taught
me how to handle hard situations and how to handle pressure.
The idea of being part of a team, having to work with people, that happens in everyday life.
Organization becomes important. Plus, it's kind of exciting now, trying to help the younger kids.
My reason why is competition.
My reason why is passion.
My reason why is for my school and for my team.
I love listening to timeout huddles, and there's a lot that goes into it, isn't there, Bob Boland?
Oh, there is. You're going over what you're going to do with this offensive possession and how you're going to play the other team defensively on the other end and what to look for. And I don't know if that was the inbounds pass that he wanted, Coach Olson wanted coming out there. But
Shepard gets it into the corner. How about that? Todd Duncan rifling in the three.
So much for the old adage, as soon as you get in the game, at least touch it once before you shoot it. Not when you can shoot like that young man can.
Well, that makes it an 18-point Shady Spring advantage. Here's Johnson continuing to play hard, gets the ball back, and then we're going to have a foul called on Shady Spring on Haven Chapman.
Hey, come on.
Yeah, you better find Todd Duncan on the next one. I'm just telling you, he has unlimited range, big-time shooter.
8 3-pointers in the game for Shady Spring. Johnson at the line. He now has 20. He's 4 of 6 at the free throw line.
Yeah, he's had a solid night. He's had a solid night on the defensive end, too. That has been the bright spot for Fairmont.
21 points for Johnson.
Alla 33.
And Luke LaRose, here's Duncan again, and this one won't drop through. Washenitz fires it down onto the baseline, and in trouble is Urim. Whistle and a foul with 3:51 to go. Duncan going to be assessed with the foul. That's his first, team foul number 6.
I'm just waiting for Urim on the Euro step. That's what I'm waiting for tonight. I hope he does it next possession.
You worked on that, driving up.
I just now thought of it, Mark.
You scripted that.
Urim with the Euro step.
I like it. I like it. 49-33. It was a good, tight first quarter, but then Fairmont Senior watched Shady Spring go to work in that second quarter, and here is young Chapman.
Braden Chapman with the steal and the finish with a nice left-hand finish.
Varsity debut for Shady Spring and 15 points.
A ninth grader freshman. You imagine how much fun that is, going out there and having a game like he's had this evening. A game with the help. Just
collision there. Washnitz and Haven Chapman. Well, you look down to our right, Ronnie Olson in his 5th season and played at Ohio Valley College and Bluefield State after his great high school career there at Independence, and started his coaching career at Independence and went over to Shady Spring Middle. Really wanted to just coach a program, and then was an assistant at Shady for a couple of years under Steve Clark, and now he's got this program in season number 5 and looking for a big win here on Fairmont Senior's home floor for Shady Spring. Shot a little short there by Williams, but this would be a huge win for Shady Spring.
Oh, it definitely will. And, well, I told you before the game, first minute of the game, that Shady was the favorite as Coach Redden going to his bench here, down 18, making sure everybody gets a little playing time. And I'm sure Coach Olson will go to theirs shortly.
Let's see if we can get all these guys in for you. Of course, Johnson is at the free throw line. Again, he has 21 in the game and make it 22. And get ready ready for the second. He's got Vianney in the game, number 0. Checking in, number 5, Jarius Jackson. This is for Fairmont Senior. Stephen Miller, number 4, is going to check in. And Johnson comes up short there. Williams to LaRose. LaRose going to bomb from the outside, and that one off the mark. Rebound by Vianney. Vianney will bring it across the timeline. Vianney just simply takes it coast to coast and comes up short. Now LaRose the other way for Shady Spring, feeds it to Williams, and a foul is going to be called on Jarius Jackson, 6'3" sophomore. His first team foul, number 2 on Fairmont here in this second half. So at the line for Shady Spring is Tommy Williams. So Johnson heads out, played a great game, 22 points, and in for him is Stephen Miller, 5'6" sophomore, who's a good outside shooter according to his head coach, Dave Retton. 53-34. Another good play there by Shady Spring defensively, but they will throw it away, and Fairmont Senior will have the ball. Again tomorrow here on Video Productions, Shady Spring and Robert C. Byrd at 4:15. We'll get our coverage of that one at 4:10, and then it will be Wheeling Central and Fairmont Senior. That's scheduled to tip at 6. Our coverage will begin at 5:55. Duncan going to come back in, and heading out Braden Chapman. Well, you can't say enough about what Braden Chapman did in his varsity debut for Shady Spring, 15 points.
I think
Dane Chapman's in. Bevel's going to come out. Bevel had 4 for Shady Spring. There's Stephen Miller with the basketball for Fairmont Senior.
Finish, get on it.
And the ball taken away by Shady Spring. Cole Chapman down to Duncan. Duncan turns around, gets it to LaRose. LaRose with the skip pass over to Cole Chapman, and Cole Chapman delivers the 3.
Cole Chapman, great shooter with his feet set. Really good point guard skills with his first action as a varsity player.
And Ronnie Olson telling us he'll knock down shots, and he did it right there. Hamelak with his second bucket of the game. He has 4. Under a minute now to go in this basketball game. And Azuka back up off the bench for Shady Spring. 30-second timeout here. I think Coach Olson just wanted to.
Well, he said he wanted to. He said he wanted to sub.
Yep.
And I guess taking the 30 seconds here.
Well. Thoughts on this game, Bob Bolin, as we get set to close it out?
Well, I mean, Shady's guard play is just phenomenal. Their ball pressure defensively was really good. Dave Redden has a young team that will get better with his coaching. Jalen Johnson is a player. We saw that this evening. Braden Chapman is a player, he's a 9th grader, and both of these teams will get better as the year goes on. But I think Shady right now obviously is the better team.
And the fun thing is we're going to get to see all 4 of these teams play again tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Shady just going to whittle away here at clock.
He's a good little player right there. 9th grader Holstein. Jaden Holstein, good job on the low post.
And Holstein scores it for Shady Spring, making it a 22-point deficit. And from long range, there is Duncan. Missed that one. Down the floor, and Duncan comes up with the basketball and tried to save it.
And you know what Duncan is, don't you, Mark? the state champion golfer.
Yes, sir.
Number 1 in the state, player of the year.
Yeah, how about that tonight? Robert C. Byrd, we had the state soccer player of the year, and here we got the best golfer. Get some good athletes here in this event.
Yeah, the golfer got a win, and the state soccer player didn't this evening.
Yeah, they'll battle each other tomorrow.
Yeah, just a good opening night win for Shady Spring, 58 points. A good 22-point win, and everybody's got their feet wet, including us. We've been on a lot of college games this year, but we're getting our feet wet with the high school season also.
Yeah, 58-36. Nice win for Shady Spring and that program against a program-rich tradition in Fairmont Senior, and it's a victory of 58-36, and we will return here to the field house in a moment on Video Productions.
You gotta wait till the end of the year to buy a brand new car. Big John and the gang at Mid-State Ford in Summersville is getting year-end savings done right now. Check out Big Santa John savings on this 2019 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4-wheel drive. Big Santa John price only $40,767. Or how about a 2019 Ford EcoSport SE 4-wheel drive? Big Santa John says drive her home for $18,704. Everything on sale now during Big Santa John's year-end sales event. Mid-State Ford, Route 19 in Summersville. MidStateFordWV.com.
Seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well-known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
Bridgeport Express Care. Great care from local physician. Care. Our business is caring. Convenience. No appointment necessary. Friendly. Our staff is friendly and caring. Fast. We are available. Bridgeport Express Care. Caring for our community.
We have a lot of good soccer players that step up when we need them to and play certain positions, even if that's where they don't think they need to play. When you put all our roles together, we can be successful. My reason why is passion.
We welcome you back inside the Fairmont Senior Field House here in the friendly city of Fairmont. And, what a night. We saw good basketball. Our opener had Robert C. Byrd and Wheeling Central in this 2019 Polar Bear Tip-Off Classic. Wheeling Central won that one 72-59. And then here in the nightcap, it was Shady Spring knocking off Fairmont Senior by a count of 58-36. A lot of fun basketball here tonight, Bob Bolin. It's season opener, and someone's going to notch that first win. Someone's going to have to suffer defeat, but all four coaches getting a taste of a little bit about what their teams are all about.
Oh, they all four did, and I'll tell you what we learned. We learned Wheeling Central is for real this year, and we also learned Shady Spring is for real. And as far as Fairmont, they have one of the best coaches in this state of West Virginia. That team will continue to get better, and I think he knew where he was right now.
Yeah.
And then Bill Bennett's team, they got a key player hurt at last night's practice. So the difference in that, and if you have a whole week to prepare without him, they've had no practice without him. So, I look for them to get a shoot around, get their feet under them, and be better tomorrow. I would say they're a possible state tournament team also. So everybody will regroup, get a good night's sleep, and come out and play again tomorrow.
Maybe get some pasta while they're up here. This is the place to do it. North Central, West Virginia again tomorrow. Shady Spring and Robert C. Byrd in that first encounter, 4:15 Our coverage will begin at 4:10, and then it will be the 6 o'clock game, Wheeling Central and Fairmont Senior. So some interesting matchups, and our coverage will begin with that one at 5:55. Looking at the scoring here, it was a 14-12 Fairmont Senior lead after that first quarter of play, but then Shady Spring went to work offensively, and they outscore Fairmont Senior 16-2. So they went to work offensively and defensively as they limit Fairmont Senior to just a bucket there in that second quarter, and then they just continued to spread it out here and get this 58-36 victory. Well, the leading scorer was the leader of the team, according to Ronnie Olson, and that is Tommy Williams. And, of course, he's a key player back from a season ago, and he finished tonight with 25 points, and he had 4 3-pointers in that third quarter.
Oh, he broke the game open in the third quarter, and he's such an unselfish player, a pass-first player, but he can light it up. One of those was from about 25, 26 feet, hit the bottom of the net, and he really played well.
And then a young freshman, Braden Chapman, his debut for Shady Spring, had 15 in the game, and he had a couple of 3-pointers. And then he had 5 points from Grayson Shepard. He got the first bucket of the game. He had a 3-pointer. And Todd Duncan hit a long-range 3. And Cole Chapman also had a 3-pointer for Shady Spring. And rounding out the scoring, Jaden Holstein got in there, had a bucket late, too. And Luke LaRose finishes with 1 point here tonight. And as you said about that young man, again, we saw it last season. And even though he was a prolific scorer, but he is a very unselfish player.
Oh, he is. He can do it all. And just knowing his personality, I kind of, figured it would be a slow start. But the ball moved with the team played well, and then that's what matters.
Yep. And then, meanwhile, it was for Fairmont Senior. Jalen Johnson leads the way with 22 points. Bryson Flowers had 6, and 4 each for Gamalak and Trey Washington. So, again, it was just a game that Fairmont Senior, their leader, was the guy who led them here tonight, and they'll look for that a lot this season. And as time moves on, other kids will get more and more confidence.
Oh, yeah, Johnson shows what he can do. Washington has playing experience on the varsity level, and the guards will get better after tonight. That's their first varsity action. I mean, they played some time at the end of the game when Fairmont was killing everybody with all those Division I athletes last year, but this was their first action where they were in the heat of the battle, and they will get better.
Well, Bob, we love doing games together, and boy, it's always nice when we can do back-to-back. We've done 3 in a row at the state tournament 3 straight days, so we got a little taste of state tournament action here on opening night of the season. Always great being with you.
Well, your shoulders have to be big when we have 3 in a row. That's a long time to carry me, partner.
We had fun, and we'll have fun again tomorrow. Can't wait. Shady Spring, Robert C. Bird, followed by Wheeling Central, Fairmont Senior. Great work by our video productions crew here tonight, and we look forward to being back with you here tomorrow. So for Bob Bolin and our great crew, this is Mark Martin saying so long from the Fairmont Senior Fieldhouse here in the friendly city of Fairmont, West Virginia. You've been watching live video streaming coverage of the 2019 Polar Bear Tip-Off Classic, and it is Shady Spring winning Game 2 here by a final of 58-36. We'll return tomorrow evening. Good night from Fairmont.